Mwanza City is among the largest developing cities in Tanzania. It's located at the zone of Lake Victoria in East Africa. The city is estimated to have the population of about 400,000 people. Mwanza has a square kilometers of about 1,325 miles covered by fertile land, forest, and water bodies. Different from other cities, the rocks that makes the city beautiful and unique from other regions in Tanzania. The size of this city makes it possible to have an average temperature of 25.7 degrees to 30 degrees, with a height of 1,140 meters from the sea level. Environmental sustainability in this city has been the foremost priority in ensuring it's clean and secure at all times. All activities has been supervised by city municipals, institutions and private groups such as Green West and Gene Environment Limited. Early 2015, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. John Pombe Magufuli, renounced on the last Saturday of each month to be a cleanliness day for the whole country, involving all people, offices, and in business places. Much efforts have been stressed in implementing the city cleanliness campaign, and it has led to the rise of many companies for cleanliness that work hand in hand with the City Council in Tanzania. The companies work on waste collection and management to support the city cleanliness. The cleanliness campaign has been mainly based on keeping the city clean by having proper instruments that can be used to collect and keep the waste from industrial areas, hospitals, public areas, homes, and at the city center in Mwanza. Despite the availability of equipment, still does not meet the requirement depending on the presence of large number of people and the quantity of waste generated daily, where it is estimated that each household has the ability to generate 1 bag of waste in every 3 days, and therefore makes waste disposal deteriorate. The surrounding of the city in the areas where they are nearby to waste dumping areas, they face challenge due to overfloating of the waste in their environment, which has become a problem to their health.
The waste is scattered all over the place, and it's a challenge. I'm not pleased with the situation. There are equipments for the waste, but they are not utilized. My fear is about the children who are playing around. It's not safe at all, and there is a bad smell.
The dumping place at this area is very challenging because it pollutes air, and not only that, but also it leads to the eruption of diseases such as cholera and malaria. So what we need is the government to fulfill its duty.
In spite of having waste instrumental, still there is a little understanding on how to use them, which is also a challenge to the residents of the city, especially those living in the waste dumping places. In areas where there is a large population of people, has been a challenge on how to manage the wastes. Mirongo market is one of the famous markets which has been facing the challenge on how to manage the waste properly. However, individuals still sell products around the dumping areas without taking any measure on their health conditions. These kind of areas can be the cause of breakout of diseases such as cholera, diarrhea, and other diseases.
My health situation is not well. I'm affected daily by the forced smell at this area. I can't even take my meals. Customers can't purchase products because of this environment.
For the current situation of this dumping place cause harassment to us because you can't do business in a poor environment like this. At first, this dumping place was somewhere else, but suddenly they changed the decision and put it here. So we wonder how this government works. Do you want to say they don't see other place for shifting this dumping ground? And let us continue to do our business because this looks like a threat to us. We can't get the customers, especially during the rain season. So we need an immediate response to the government because our health is in danger. So if the responsible environment officer hear me, please shift this dumping area. The responsible contractor who takes this tender is not serious. We don't know if this problem happened because they don't have sufficient equipment for cleaning this area. Therefore, we do our business in a hard situation and a poor environment. Sometimes even the customers, they don't want to come here just because of its poor environment, which lead to the occurrence of harmful insects such as maggot.
Kama mteja wa mazingira ya Mirongo mimi naona hayaridhishi. Kwa mfano watu wanauzia dampo, angalia mazingira yalivyo.
Me as a customer, I can say the environment of Mirongo market is not attractive. Just see how these small businessmen put their business around the dumping area. And at the end they want me to buy their stuffs. So how comes do you think I can do that? No, that won't happen. So, this dumping area must shift to another place. Me as a customer can say this, environment is not conducive.
Ndio wanaenda kutumia nyumbani. Kwa hiyo hapo mimi kama mteja haya mazingira hayanipendezea.
The dumping area is located at the center of the market, and this dumping area can lead to the occurrence of cholera. If it is possible, the government should define an appropriate area for the waste disposal. Just look, our mother daily conducts their business here, even our relatives. What can you say for the businesswomen who sell their food here? Then the customer buy it. Why did the dumping area produce a maggot? Do you think they will be safe? If possible, the government should shift this dumping area far away from the market compound.
When the wastes are thrown in large quantity, it can lead to the production of different kinds of gas, such as methane gas. This is a greenhouse gas which can change the world's climate and cause overheating. There is also a production of latchate liquid, which is a poisonous gas, and it has to be treated like a sewage so as to be safe. The effort of conserving the environment is not only done by Genie Investment Limited, but also Green Waste has been conducting these activities in waste collection and ensuring the cleanliness of the city. Awareness on how to manage the waste is still a challenge, as explained by the Green Waste Company.
Mazingira kwanza ni kitu cha kila mtu. Yani
environment is for all human beings. But the bad thing is the people who think that the Green Waste are therefore they're supposed to do everything.
Mtazamo ambao sisi tunao na mtazamo sio tu wa kwetu, ni mtazamo wa maeneo yote. Naweza kusema kwa nchi nzima au kwa dunia nzima. Yaani mazingira ni kila mtu.
The view or our ambition which we have is not only for us, but it is for all places all over the world.
Kuhakikisha kwamba ile sehemu inakuwa safi. Watu tunachofanya hasa ni kujaribu kutoa elimu sana kwa wao watu. Kwamba kama unafanya biashara, kama ni mama ntilie, sawa, kama ni
Environment is surrounding all human beings, either in business place or the place they live.
Ni pasafi. Kusanya takataka zako vizuri, ziweke pembeni, yule mama usafi atakuja na toroli atachukua, atapeleka kwenye collection point. Lakini watu wa usiku, kwa mfano mitaro, Gasole, Lumumba,
we try to give education to all entrepreneurs about the proper waste disposal and to ensure that they keep the environment clean.
kwa hiyo huwezi kuingiza gari mchana. Kwa hiyo tunachofanya kwa wale watu, nadhani pia wameshazoea kwamba usiku unapomaliza shughuli zako, kusanya takataka zako vizuri, ziweke pembeni.
With Green West, we have different shifts for our workers.
Saa 5 saa 6 usiku
There is a night shift in Lumumba and Kenyatta Street.
maeneo yakiwa ni masafi. Changamoto
This is due to high population in the afternoon. So it is difficult to work in those areas at afternoon because of human activities which are conducted in those areas.
unaweza ukaongea leo na watu wachache wakakuelewa. Kesho eneo lile ambalo umetoka kuongea wamekuja watu wengine wapi? Mtu ametoka Sengerema, ametoka Magu, ametoka Shinyanga, ametoka wapi? Akija na ustaarabu wake wa kule, wewe ulishatoa elimu jana, yeye haelewi. Atafanya kile ambacho alizoea kufanya kule.
But we're facing some kind of challenging, especially in the side of knowledge.
Vitu barabarani. Kwa sababu aidha hawajasajiliwa au wako eneo ambao sio rasmi vyovyote vile, lakini wanazalisha takataka. Kwa sisi tulichoamua ni kuzungumza nao na tukawaambia kwamba
Although we are trying to our level best
vitu vyako asubuhi,
to provide education about the proper waste disposal
pange vitu vyake.
and the environment in general.
Anatupa mchanga tena kwenye mtaro. Kipindi kama hiki ambacho ni cha mvua, manake mitaro inaziba. Yaani ile space iliyopo ndani ya kupitisha maji inapungua kwa sababu tayari imeshajazwa michanga. Manake nini sasa, mvua inaponyesha mtaro hauwezi tena kuhandle idadi kubwa ya maji kwa sababu tayari kuna michanga. Maji yanatoka juu ya barabara. Sasa akitoka juu ya barabara pia ni hatari hata kwa hao watembea kwa miguu wenyewe. Kule chini inawezekana umetupa vitu vingi sana, lakini vingine vinasomba kutoka milimani huko, vinaingia mle, vinaziba. Huwezi jua labda kuna msumari, kuna sindano, kuna chochote. Wewe umepita na kanda mbili yako, umepita na sendo, umetoboa sendo, umekutoboa nayo kwa sababu hujui chini kuna nini, na tunajua maji ya mvua ni machafu. Yaani sio masafi kwamba ukiangalia unaweza kuona mpaka kule chini kwenye base kuna nini. Kwa hiyo unaweza ukapata matatizo kama hayo. Lakini kingine ndio ambacho ni changamoto sana ni namna ya utunzaji wa takataka. Yaani kuanzia takataka unapozalisha mpaka inapoenda dampo kuna process nyingi kidogo. Ukizalisha lazima uhakikishe kwamba zimekaa sehemu nzuri. Ili mimi ninapokuja, mtu wa business anapokuja, sio tena kazi yake kufagia, yaani lile eneo. Wewe umeshatengeneza takataka zile hifadhi vizuri. Yeye akija atachukua. Tulikuwa tunajaribu kuongea na watu wa manantilie sana maeneo ya
Also, small retailers are the one who also contribute much to the improper waste disposal, so we are still providing environmental education to them.
tumia kuwekea hizo takataka, kuwekea hivyo vitu. Tumia basi ule kuweka takataka zako vizuri.
The great challenge facing these two companies is in the collection of the waste charges from the people concerned.
Pamoja na huduma tunaotoa kwa wananchi ya kusafisha jiji,
Although we provide education to the people
kwa minajili ya kusema unatoa tu huduma ya kusafisha,
on how to put the environment in a conducive way,
utoe huduma nzuri,
but something they must know, we don't do it only as a service, but also as a business.
hasa kama mnagharamia nyie alafu bado watu mwamko mdogo wa kuchangia, inakuwa ni tatizo.
We try our level best to educate the people, but still they have little commitment. This is the problem.
Moja umenunua kwa bei rahisi ya fao hizo tunazotumia ni milioni 152.
Just think, the cars which are special for carrying waste.
Ili uweze kuhudumia hizi kata tatu, gari mbili hazikutoshi. Mkizunguka sisi mtakuta tuna
One car you can buy with not less than 164 million.
Sasa sehemu zile zenye milima mikubwa kuna watu wengi, unawahudumieje? Gari ya tani 12 haiwezi.
So you see, it is difficult to run this service with only 2 cars. In 3 words,
nanunua kitu ambacho unaongeza gharama. Soko la Mirongo tumeweka kama ni correction.
The hard thing is this: we have some tough places which need more attention, especially Isamilo area.
Kwa hiyo tumeweka tunatumia sasa hizo container na zita skip.
This place have some highest rock, so we decide to use the motorcycle in order to cope with the nature of the environment.
Upande wa gari sasa kuchangia halmashauri iweze kuzibeba kupeleka kwenye eneo hilo. Lengo ni kwa sababu ya zile sehemu ambazo korofi.
Also, another challenge is wages to pay these workers. Each one costs 150,000 shillings.
Nitaka niwaeleze kwamba jinsi gani kwenye industry hii ya usafi wengi walikuwa wanachukulia ni nyepesi.
But also we have supervisors and tax collectors. So if people will not contribute, we fail to pay these workers.
Ili hudumie kata hizi tatu, wanaosafisha tu barabarani, wanaofagia, tutakuta si chini ya 90. Wote kata hizi tatu: Mirongo, Isamilo na Nyamagana. Sasa ukimuuliza,
we used to clean the environment early in the morning, but in the afternoon you can wonder the waste is everywhere.
Tunawakusanya ushuru ambao revenue collector, makarani ambao ni graduate, utakuta.
Something people must know: we use a lot of money for buying oil for cars, salary for workers. They must recognize our contribution.
Serikali inachotegemea wewe ufanye kazi kwa hilo. Ukipita asubuhi sisi tunasafisha barabara, lakini mchana mtu anapita anatupa takataka barabarani. Mmeinvest nyingine kwenye manipawa, mnatumia gharama kubwa kwa.
We've already put the dustbin all along the places where we provide our service, but it's pain because people still throw out the waste, so the government think that the constructor is lazy.
Sema ile kama challenge kwetu inauma. Unaonekana kama mkandarasi amfanyi kazi. Hii ilikuwa ni nguvu ya wadau wenyewe kuweza kuangalia hilo.
The responsibility of all investors in Mwanza must proceed. At least there must be an environment laws, but it is not implemented. If it will be implemented, people will fear. For instance, to send those people into court so as to bring an alert for them.
Kupelekwa mahakamani, watu wangeona ile.
Conserving the environment has been a great cry to the world, especially in measuring the climate change. It is everyone's responsibility in conserving and protecting the environment, and we should not leave it to the government, institutions, or private companies. The whole society must be ready to protect the environment so as to protect our health and avoid the eruption of diseases.